What's up, guys? It's your boy Ace, and today we're going to be talking about a really good play if you have a speed advantage. Now, you don't necessarily need a speed advantage to use this play. It just helps. So we're going to pick the Chiefs. The Chiefs are the fastest team in regs. They're kind of unfair if you really know what you're doing with Tyreek Hill. But we're going to be talking about the formation gun bunch quads. Like I said, this is in the Chiefs playbook. So if you want to find this play, I don't know what it's called in custom playbooks. I know a lot of the tips I post, you guys are like, what is this called in custom? I don't know. I don't use a custom. I'm sorry. I wish I could help more, but just look for a formation that looks like this. Has 4 receivers on one side. Okay, so the play is going to be drag under, and we'll go against random because it does beat everything. So put your running back, which is B, on a smoke screen, RB, which is your outside bunch receiver, on a slant, and then you're going to motion him over to the left. One thing I need to mention, the ball needs to be on the same side as your quads. So the ball is on the right hash, your quads is going to be on the right side. So if the ball is on the other side, your quads is going to be on the left. So here's my mindset when I read this play. If they press me and I have Tyreek Hill is my first read. I want to see what coverage they're in. More often than not, you can bomb pretty much anything that's pressed. It can be a cover 2. You're going to pass lead away from the safety. It's a cover 1. He's going to destroy his man on the outside. Pressing Tyreek Hill is a bad idea. Very bad idea. So he's going to be our first read on this snap. We'll see what happens. So he got bumped. Be mindful of that. If he gets bumped, you can't throw it. But if he doesn't get bumped, that is going to be a very easy, huge gain or touchdown. So right here, this is where Tyreek Hill is unfair. You could say maybe a user click on can get there, but this is where Tyreek Hill is unfair. This is the perfect shell to play him. This deep safety knows exactly what's coming, yet if you pass it away, he's just not fast enough to make a play. This is why Tyreek Hill is the biggest pain in the ass. You can't play cover 2 that well on him. Now, one thing this corner should have done is if he was pressed, then it would make it a lot easier to press him inside and narrow the window a little bit between him and the safety. But pressing Tyreek Hill is usually bad as is, so I don't really blame them. It's right here. Read Tyreek Hill. Perfect example of why you cannot play cover 1. Now, that was actually closer than it should have been because I didn't even pass lead. I just lobbed it up. Let him run. So you might be saying, Ace, you're not showing us anything new. It's just Tyreek Hill outrunning people. Well, that's kind of the point. Like, you want a formation where you can take advantage of his speed. It's a very easy read. And then if they start taking him away, you have other routes, of course. Like the slant and the crosser from A are both going to be wide open. Right here, boom, here's the crosser. Oh my God, Patrick Mahomes. That crosser will be open versus everything that isn't a zone drop. So keep that in mind. They start zone dropping. Actually, real quick, I want to talk about this. This looks like it's a cover 0 blitz. Here's what I like to do versus cover 0. So unless they're pressed, I like to put Tyreek Hill on an out route. Reason is you want a quick read. And if the slant gets taken away by a user, then you want to have something else. So if you know it's cover 0, they're sending pressure, it's man coverage, well, you're not going to have time to outrun him with his go route. You have to put him on something else. So right here, it's press. Let's go read Tyreek Hill. Actually, want to talk about this real quick. So you might say, oh, that's a terrible read. It's actually not. The reason it's not a terrible read is this outside cornerback is not going to play it very well. Usually you can pass lead him inside a little bit. The safety played pretty well. Usually he gets distracted by the crosser coming across his face. And it makes it really hard, but this is going to be a nice seam throw more often than not. It's going to be really hard to play this. I've thrown this against cover 3 multiple times. So that is a read versus cover 3. So it's press. Remember, you can't throw to Tyreek Hill if it's press. Okay, he keeps getting pressed for some reason. Keeps getting bumped, which is a pain in the ass. I'll show you another thing you can do versus zone covers that I like to do. So versus zone coverage, you can also do this. I like to do this sometimes. So right here, I know pressure's coming off the left side. I like to put RB on it out, put B on an in, and then I like to motion snap. So we'll see what happens. Boom. Pressure comes, and we do have this out route. I also like to put them on a zig. Zig more so if I know they're not blitzing. What that's going to do is against zone coverage, what's going to happen is if they play zone drops to take away the crosser, the zig is going to be wide open. This Chiefs offensive line is so terrible outside of Schwartz. If they play zone drops, it will take away the crosser, but the zig will be open for 10 to 15 yards. And if they don't play zone drops, this crosser is going to be wide open. So I'll just run the play a few more times, do whatever setup I feel like. One of these two routes over the middle is usually going to be open. Just kind of up to you on if you want to throw it. Keep in mind you can't throw the smoke screen because of if they're in clouds and especially if they're in zone drops. That's going to be open for like 5 to 10 yards easy. I'll go ahead and show you if they back off a little bit. They don't. Hard flats, and then the slant will be open. Let me try to show you what happens if it is clouds. It's like impossible to throw the ball with the Chiefs without getting hit. Like legit. It's hard to use them in practice mode, for sure. So right here, this is an example of what I'm talking about. See how it's 5 yards, 5, 6, 7 yards? Just pass lead it up. As soon as you see that outside cornerback starts dropping a little bit, just throw it to him. He's getting pushed back because of the tight end. Boom, easy throw. So that's going to be it for the play. I hope you enjoyed it. This will beat both zone and man coverage. You just kind of have to know what you're doing. And both those routes that come over the middle are going to be really, really good and tough for the user to defend. So make sure you drop a like if you did enjoy this video so I can keep putting out daily content. Subscribe for more Madden 21 content, and I will see you guys tomorrow.